Good evening. In the news for tonight, Government Communication Minister Mohammed Al-Momani meets with a number of representatives of international media outlets and local news websites. Qatar's Foreign Ministry spokesman Majid Al-Ansari announces the Gaza ceasefire will start tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. local time. And Lebanon's new president, Joseph Aoun, says Israel must withdraw from the country's south by the January 26th deadline, as stipulated by the ceasefire deal. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. Government Communication Minister and spokesperson Mohammed Al-Momani said the state's strategic vision for administrative modernization is considered the fundamental necessity for economic and political modernization. In an interview with JRTV, Al-Momani said that the government's field visits, intensive work, and the nature of its decisions contributed to the improvement of figures in opinion polls. On Gaza, Al-Momani emphasized that Jordan was the first to break Israel's land and air blockade by sending humanitarian aid to the Strip. He also said that Jordanians are proud of the kingdom's steadfast position against the Israeli aggression on Gaza, since Jordan spares no effort, whether political, humanitarian, or medical, in support of the Palestinian brethren in the enclave. Government Communication Minister Mohammed Al-Momani met with a number of representatives of international media outlets and local news websites in two separate meetings held at the Ministry of Government Communication. The meetings are part of the ministry's ongoing efforts to develop a future vision for the national media landscape. In his meeting with representatives of international media outlets, Al-Momani stressed Jordan's keenness to interact with international media, noting that Jordan has official media institutions that function as public media services, through which the kingdom conveys its messages and news to the world. Qatar's Foreign Ministry spokesman Majid Al-Ansari has announced the Gaza ceasefire will start tomorrow at 8:30 local time. In a post on X, Al-Ansari also said Qatar advises people in Gaza to exercise utmost caution and wait for instructions from official sources. Meanwhile, Hamas has said the mechanism for release of Israeli captives in the first phase will depend on the number of Palestinian detainees Israeli agrees to release. The group also noted that the list of Palestinian prisoners to be freed at each stage would be released one day before each exchange. In the Gaza Strip, the Health Ministry said Israeli attacks across the enclave have killed at least 23 Palestinians and wounded 83 others in the last 24 hours. The ministry also said the number of people killed since the start of the Israeli aggression on Gaza has risen to 46,899, while the total number of the wounded climbed to 110,725. Lebanon's new president, Joseph Aoun, said Israel must withdraw from the country's south by the January 26 deadline set to fully implement the terms of the Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire agreed late last year. According to a statement by the Lebanese presidency on X, Aoun told visiting United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres during a meeting in Beirut that continued Israeli breaches were a violation of Lebanese sovereignty and the agreed ceasefire deal. For his part, Guterres said the UN would exert utmost efforts to secure an Israeli withdrawal within the set deadline under the ceasefire terms. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you.